So, the match ended up 3-3. It was an end-to-end game. Real Madrid arguably could have won it and should have won it, but didn't win it. So we're going to be grading each Real Madrid player's performances in this game. So I am a big fan of Lunin. I enjoy his performances on a weekly basis whenever he does play. His match against City was one of his worst games, and yes, it is against the best team in Europe besides Real Madrid. I could expect him to be a bit nervous or not necessarily be at the top of his game against one of the best clubs in the world. But think about it. Lunin was so far off his goal, and I spoke about this in the review. He messed up. His performance did get better as time went on, saving shots from Haaland, Foden and many others. His performance did get better as time went on. He did concede 2 wonder goals, which, I mean, I'm not gonna blame him for that because that was just brilliant moments. And Lunin's performance, I will give him a C. The next guy's performance, Dani Carvajal, is one of the more underappreciated ones. I don't see any fans speak about Carvajal's performance because he was exceptional. Grealish never got past this guy. Okay, he did. Okay, he did once, just once, or twice. But overall, Carvajal pocketed Grealish in my opinion, and Carvajal's performance was solid. Tchouaméni, his performance upset me because it was bad at the beginning. He did show up as time went on. Tchouaméni, what was he doing in the first minute? Bro, I swear when I was watching the game, when he did that stupendous tackle, I was so upset. I was full on upset. He's going to be suspended for the next game against City, which that is a big minus for us. And his performance overall, I'm gonna give him a D, because what was he doing at the start? And going from that to having overall a good performance at a position that he's not very used to. This guy, Rodrygo, I'm gonna sound like I'm glazing, but honestly, he is next level. This guy, the older he gets, the better he gets. And I think his spot in the team is cemented. I don't want to hear discussions about Alaba starting over him or Militao starting over him. He is our starter. He's our main guy. The way he pocketed Haaland. Again, by the way. The way he pocketed Haaland. Again, by the way. This is the second year in a row. Rodrygo, one of the best defenders. And I'm gonna give this guy a A. Remember how I said that Carvalho's performance was underappreciated, underrated? Mendy, same conversation. Because Mendy stopped. He completely blocked out Bernardo Silva for the entire game. Did you see Bernardo Silva do anything? He did nothing in that game. So I think Mendy is so underrated, so underappreciated. No one's speaking about how good he was. Do you know how difficult it is to stop Bernardo Silva? And I'm going to give Mendy a Toni Kroos, the maestro. Typical Toni Kroos performance. This guy really, actually never has a bad game. Toni Kroos, I mean, he's the GOAT. Absolute GOAT. And his performance was yet another solid display. He did not make any stupid mistakes as he did in the previous year. Kroos, I swear as this guy gets older, he gets better. Same as Modric and Rodrygo and many others. Kroos, please sign that new contract. We need you desperately for next season. Like, that's not even a joke. Kroos is just, he's crazy. Kroos, B. Eduardo Camavinga, I mean, his performance was amazing. And let me tell you something. I was always speaking negatively about Camavinga. I would say this match showed to me and to many others, Camavinga is world class. Because first of all, yes, you can say it's a lucky shot, deflection, sure. He took that on, he scored. And in a time when we needed something from this game, he stepped up. And if he didn't score, I would argue it would have gone far beyond us. Man City would have shot past Real Madrid. Camavinga kept us in the game, and I'm going to give Camavinga a A+. Okay, so going from a great performance to a mediocre performance from Jude Bellingham. And you know, I'm a big Jude Bellingham fan, especially this season since he joined the club. What was he doing? You know, that was just a poor display from him. Honestly, you can argue with a wall. What was Bellingham doing that entire game? The guy was diving on the floor, and whenever he got the ball, he was doing nothing, to be honest. There was even one time he got the ball in the air and gave the ball straight to City. understand what I'm saying. This guy was bad this game. I hope he steps up for the next game. And I hope he shows to the world and shows to us Real Madrid fans that he is still world class, because people have been saying his purple patch is over. And honestly, it pains me to say this, but it might be true. After that performance, it might as well be true. But I'm going to admit he is in bad form. Give him time. He's 20 years of age. And we're expecting Cristiano levels from him. Let's be honest. He's 20 and we shouldn't be putting this much pressure on him. But I'm going to be honest. He deserves nothing less than a D-. Honestly, I'm not going to give him an F because I think that's crazy. That's overkill. He deserves a D- because his performance wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. The next one, future captain Valverde. My goodness. This guy never has a bad game. Never. Literally. He has played every single game this season for Real Madrid, whether it's from the bench, from the starting. He never has a bad game. This guy soars up the defense. He helps the midfield, helps the attack. Matter of fact, the goal he scored is one of the best goals I've seen in my life. That was a genuine rocket that just shot through. The keeper was stunned. He looked like he didn't know what was going on. Valverde, future captain, future Real Madrid legend. Actually, let me ask you a question. Do you actually think Valverde is a legend already? Somebody told me that Valverde is already a legend. And I said, not necessarily. I think he has to do more. But honestly, after that performance, does he go into legendary status? We have to give him time. And he's still young. But this guy, S, honestly, I give him a S. S is above A, in case you didn't know. S for Valverde. The big Rodrygo goes. Rodrygo, do you know? You watch the game, you would notice that Rodrygo was more so on the left side than anything else, because his performance against Athletic on the left wing was insane. And did you notice? Rodrygo was more on the left than anything. It was more so, this is how it was being played. Bellingham was moved to the right. Vinny was moved to the striker. Rodrygo was left wing. Vinny and Rodrygo were combining like crazy. Rodrygo did score, and yes, it was a deflection. You can discredit all you want. Overall, his performance was great. He did miss some sitters, to be honest. There were times he was in front of the goal and they kicked straight to the keeper. It pissed me off. But overall, good display. A for Rodrygo. Okay, so the last of the starters, Vinny Junior. Vinny Junior's performance, it was amazing. 2 assists, and I know people have been making fun of Vinny on the internet. They were saying he was ghosting that game. 2 assists is ghosting. If this guy doesn't score, he's suddenly ghosting. I look at Kylian Mbappe's performance against Barcelona. They are getting closer. Vinny and Mbappe are closer than you think. I don't think Mbappe is a levels above Vinny anymore. I think Vinny's almost on par with Mbappe. And for Vinny's performance, A++. Ancelotti was a bit hesitant to make substitutes, but the substitutions that he did make was, first of all, Hasselu. When he got onto that pitch, he replaced Vinny Junior, and I can tell you, nothing happened in that game. Hasselu's performance, I'll give him a C, honestly. No, I will give him a D. Why am I giving him a C? His performance warrants a D. He did nothing in that game. Modric came on. In 4 minutes, this guy changes the game. Modric, A. And I know, yes, you're saying, well, he was a sub. Why are you giving him an A? He came on, changed the game. That's exactly what he had to do. And the last one is Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz against his former club. Let's be honest, he did not do anything in that game. And therefore, I'm going to keep this simple because he did basically nothing in that game. C- for Brahim. And that's it for now. Leave your opinion. I would like to know what your opinion is. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe.